well, for all of you guys that I haven't come across, because a lot of new names. My name's Tyreen. I started trading 1.5 years ago. I love trading, but one thing I found is that traders can have all the skill in the world, but when they have poor mindset, they are not that great. So I'm going to do a 7-day training for everyone open. So anyone, no matter what teams, what company, it doesn't really matter whether you pay, what if you don't. This is open for guests as well, guys. So if you do know anyone that that are interested in trading, it's open to everyone this time for 7 days this week. So for sure, make sure you plug in, make sure you share this out to everyone. It was really last minute, so grateful that you jumped on. So today's topic, guys, is the 7 deadly sins. Now, you should probably already, you should probably know of the 7 deadly sins, but I'm going to kind of relate it back to trading. Okay, so how many of you guys understand the sin lust? Put 111 in the chat if you understand what lust even means. What does lust even mean? Does anyone understand what that means? Right? Lust is very, very crucial in trading, guys, because of this very reason. Now, before we get started on the training, how many of you guys are obsessing over the charts? How many of you guys obsess over trades? When you enter a trade, you are watching it from start to finish. How many of you guys actually do that? Right? Because this is important. Because if you do this, there is a strong chance that you will struggle in trading. So if you do that, if you do obsess over the charts, put 111 in the chat. Let's see how many of you guys actually obsess over the charts or used to obsess over the charts. Because this obsession is what can actually really crucially, it can really hinder your process in this, okay? Because it makes it really hard to fall in love with this journey if you are so obsessed. So I'm going to go over kind of what we need to focus on, okay? So today's topic is lust. Now, guys, for you that don't understand, lust is a strong, overwhelming, longing, desire, or craving, okay? So I want you guys to understand what lust is in the first place, because this is what's going to feed your addiction if you are over trading and over leveraging. So we need to understand, where does that come from? And that comes from here, okay? So that comes from the lust. And there's many forms. There's lust of flesh, which I'm not going to go over today. You understand what lust of flesh is, guys. But the one I want to talk about is lust of the eyes, okay? Lust of the eyes is what we're going to focus on today's trader's mindset. And that is where all the things that's where we desire with our eyes, okay? So if you think that you are looking into the charts a lot, you're looking at the money side a lot in trading, you are all constantly looking at kind of your wins, your losses, the chat, the signals, like there is no chill, then you probably have lust of the eyes, okay? It's an overwhelming longing desire. Now, I want you guys to drop in the chat, what do you think you're desiring when you're looking at the charts? What could that lust of the eyes actually be? Put in the chats what you think that desire is. What is that lust in the sense? What is it? Is it wins? Is it money? Is it what are you lusting with your eyes? Is it the thrill? Because everyone's answer will be different, guys. This is lust of the eyes. Now, what you see, we might not see. So I've mentored a lot of people in trading. I've mentored a lot of people in general, in marketing, in anything like that. And they all have different answers. When they're over trading, they have different answers, okay? You think it's money, but there's some people on this call that is addicted to winning. It's nothing to do with money, right? There are some people on this call addicted to the charts in the sense of what's going on, the up and down emotions. They're addicted to that thrill that you get maybe if you're on a roller coaster, and that's something you're seeing. So this is something that's not great for you in trading, because trading is all about control and discipline, right? So if you struggle with lust, you are kind of going against control and discipline and risk management as well. So if we go back to actually what the term of lust really is, it is an unhealthy longing, and it comes back to this unlawful possession. So I want you to guys to write this down. Unlawful possession is kind of what lust is associated with. And unlawful possession is something that you guys need to understand. It means that there's no rules when it comes to this. And this is why lust is damaging for traders' mindset, okay? Because, okay, cool, we can obsess over the charts, but why does that impact us? And it's this no law kind of situation. There's no rules. Now, guys, do you believe that you need rules in trading? Yes or no? Put yes or no in the chat. Do you believe you need rules in trading? Yes or no? Yes, and I will definitely wait for you. Yes or no? Do you need rules in trading? Yes or no? Right? You do. Now, you have this sense of lust, there's no rules, okay? It's unlawful possession. That's where it comes from in the Bible, by the way. It goes back. But it's this unlawful possession that makes it with no rules. And this is why traders who are over trading, are obsessed with the charts, are not going to be that 7-8 figure traders that we have in the team, because they don't have discipline. And that's one thing we're going to tackle today, okay? So I'm going to find out the rule and why. Why do we have this overwhelming longing, and how do we stop it? Okay, now the outcome of lust in an extreme sense is depression. BPD, I want you guys to write down BPD, is in chronic emptiness and loneliness, and obviously addiction. Okay, so lust has those impact in the extreme sense is depression, BPD, and that is a chronic emptiness and loneliness. So when you guys are lusting over something, you actually have some emptiness inside you. And that's one thing that you need to tackle. And that's why you need mindset calls. Now, the reason why we're going over this is a lack of emotional connection, and high level of thrill is needed to withhold this. Now, because you guys are obsessed with what you see and the money you see, you're not thinking long term. So you might be over trading, you might be over leveraging, you might be taking signals that you should not be taking, and you might be just going, you're just maybe not even working towards trading, right? You might not even be learning how to trade. You might just be so obsessed with trading, you're forgetting the process. Now, that's a lack of emotional connection. And to survive in the trading industry, you need a why, you need an emotional connection. And another thing you need is you have a high level of thrill that's needed for this, okay? High level of thrill. So when you are trading, now I see this a lot. People who trade gold, man, like they suffer from lust, I'm telling you. There's a high level of thrill needed, okay? Like I've never met someone who loves trading gold that doesn't have that high level of thrill needed. That's not, I don't know if that's great. But you need to work on that, okay? Now, what can lust make us? It makes us, okay, so obviously the traditional way is servants of sin. Now, this roots back down to hateful and hating one another, right? It can lead to hating one another. Now, this all goes back to the Bible, by the way. But this is the original versions of lust. Then it's also wrath. So that's anger. So you might be actually trading with anger, right? So when you don't get your way, suddenly you're suddenly very angry and do revenge trading. It also corrupts. Now, that's a given, because everything you're taught in rules is corrupted by this obsession and overlonging. It deceives. Now, some of you guys on this call right now, and obviously this is a very dark topic in my opinion, but some of you guys on this call right now will tell your upline, will tell your trading team, will tell your team that you are doing everything you're supposed to. You are studying every day. You are putting in risk management. You are doing everything you're supposed to, but actually you're lying to yourself, because really you're just looking at the charts 24/7 and entering trades with no reason, okay? So it does deceive and it does destruct your trading balance. Now, another thing that lust does is it removes faith. Okay, so if you have a team of traders, if you're a leader on this call and you have a team that's obsessing over the charts, you need to understand that that obsession will lead to removal of faith. Okay, now that's not a very good thing to have in a team, because that is where the teams break down. So remember that, guys, because this might not seem like a big deal to you, but it always has a domino effect, and you can take this with anything you want. Okay, now the trick, obviously we have like a mindset call, so we wouldn't know how to overcome it. Number one, is you need a can-do attitude with self-confidence and self-love in trading, okay? And also you need to be way more certain of your strategy, okay? So this self-confidence is super important. Now you're probably wondering, like, what is this self-confidence? Where can I get it from? It's only from knowledge, guys. There's no way of being self-confident in trading without knowledge, okay? So one thing that I would suggest is having a simple strategy. Now, if you guys are lacking a simple strategy, I would quite easily just do this exact pattern, okay? This is what overcome me in terms of trading, is understanding the full picture. So if you really want a tip, the tip is start from the highest time frame, right? Write this down. Number one, start from the highest time frame, and you start writing a story from the highest to the lowest time frame. Okay, so if you don't understand what the charts are saying, all you need to do write down at the early beginnings of confidence is the market going up or is it going down? Okay, that self-confidence will help you, right? Next thing that you need to do is become more spiritual in terms of yourself. Because when you long something, and this is in the next slide, when you long something, it's super, super important that you know that you're lacking that spiritual guidance that you normally have, because everything is in the present time. In terms of trading, guys, I've seen the most successful traders thinking long term, not short term. So if you're trading right now and you want to think about the gain you make right now, and you are risking more than 1 to 2% on a trade, then you're actually thinking right now, how can I make as much money as possible? And what will happen is that the markets can go against you and you're wiped out. So you need to be more long-term thinking, you need to be more grounded, and you need to understand your thoughts. You need to be more alert when it comes to trading. So right now, obviously it's American holiday, guys, so I don't know what the markets are saying right now, but I will be checking the charts after this call, and I probably won't be in the most like hungry mood to look for those pips, right? Because I know there's news and blah, blah, blah. But you need to understand, what is your long-term goal in what you're doing, right? Guys, put in the chat, why are you trading in the first place? Like, what are you looking for? Why are you trading in the first place? Put that in the chat. Right? Why are you trading? There is a reason you're trading, and you need to understand why that is and how much you want to achieve, and giving the time frame that you're looking for as well. Okay, so you also want to seek for love, not lust. Okay, so you want to love the process of trading, right? You don't want to just look at the physical aspects of it, right? So when you see the money in front of you and you see or the drawdown, actually, when you see MetaTrader 4 and you're seeing it right in front of you, you're falling in love with the whole, what your eyes can see, but you need to really seek the love for what you're learning, right? Because that way you'll be much better off in trading, because your mindset isn't about this overwhelming desire for what you see. It's this overwhelming desire for what you learn. Now, when you have that, that will make you an 8, 9, 10 figure trader, because that desire for learning will make you better. Okay, your desire for what you see right now and risking your account will not make you a better trader. Okay, so don't let physical pleasures be the center of your life. Everyone should know that the physical pleasures are not necessary for you to be happy, and you also want to have self-control, so you're not risking everything in your life for physical pleasures, because that also won't be great for you. You want to do other exciting activities. Guys, I'm telling you now, I spend probably 1 hour on the charts, if that, a day, like maybe even less, like I don't spend a lot of time on the charts. I don't spend a lot of time trading. I get my money and go. Like, I don't want to be living by the charts every minute of the day, because that's draining. That's not healthy. You want to have other exciting activities in your life. Remember, the reason why you're trading is so you can fulfill your dreams. Your dream is not just to be a trader, guys. I'm sorry, I fail to believe that everyone just wants to be a trader and that's it. They don't care about anything else. They don't care about their relationships, their friendships, their businesses. I don't think so, because why would you just want to look at charts all day, every day? Like, it doesn't make sense. So do other exciting things in your life, guys. Make sure you get up and go and do exciting things. You want to trade for only 1 hour a day, right? 2 hours. Okay, if you even trade more, fair enough. But you need to have other priorities, because once you make trading your obsession, you're not going to become the best trader. You're going to become a gambler. Okay. There's a fine line from what I've seen from people gambling to people trading. Okay. Some people, the only difference is skill, right? So if you're trading without skill, you're no different to a gambler right now. Okay. And that you need to hear that. So if you don't want to have a gambling addiction, go and do exciting activities and make sure you are finding that inner peace. So you can meditate before you trade. I know a very good trader, actually. He's amazing, actually. He started not too long ago. And one thing that he's been doing is that he meditates before he trades. So he meditates, he's very grounded. And then as soon as he trades and he's done for the day. Next thing I want you guys to practice is saying no. In terms of lust, you are overlonging. Desire is unhealthy. You need to learn to say no. Because once you do, you start to take your power back. And if you do find that you have this obsession with the charts, do talk about it, guys, because this obsession can go far. It can lose you a lot of money as well. Next thing, so last thing, guys, before we go, because it's a very quick call every day, you got to ask yourself these questions. So write these questions down, and it's a thing to think about. Lust comes from emptiness, okay? So lust comes from emptiness. First question you want to ask yourself, do you lack a meaning in life? Okay, when you have that emptiness, do you lack a meaning in life? Because people who have an emptiness in their life, they have this empty feeling, right? Well, next thing, do you feel hollow and empty inside? Right? Lust is based on these things, by the way. Do you feel a true absence, do you feel absence of true happiness? And are you experiencing an addiction? So this doesn't have to be to trading, but it could be to anything. Are you addicted to something? Because that's a little sign that you have this kind of thing, this issue. And do you have chronic boredom? Are you always seeking to do something fun and exciting? Okay. Now, before I end this call, because obviously we don't want to just talk about the lack of meaning, this is what you want to do today. Okay. You want to work firstly on your own spiritual practice, whatever that is, whether it's journaling, praying, whatever you want to do. You want to work out what your own spiritual practice is and make sure you do that before you look at the charts. Okay. Be humble, be grateful, and make sure you start in a present time. You don't want to think about money that you haven't earned, and you don't want to worry about the money you've lost. So make sure you figure out your spiritual practice. Next thing, what is your self-fulfillment and your destiny? Write that down before you start this trading week, guys. What are you fulfilling? And it has to be from yourself. There's no one that can fulfill you. And what is your destiny in that? Third thing, what emotions are you embracing today? So one of the reasons, guys, that I looked up on this lust is that you are suppressing emotions and you're trying to push it on something else. So what you want to do is you want to embrace the emotions you feel today and be open with it. If you don't feel good, don't feel good, right? Say that you don't feel good. If you feel happy, say you feel happy. If you feel sad, admit you feel sad. Write it down to yourself, whatever you want to do. But make sure that you really are trying to embrace how you're feeling, and you shouldn't be too obsessed over the charts after that. The fourth thing that you want to look into is what is your support network. That's crucial in trading and it's crucial in mindset. So if you don't have a support network right now, message me right now. I swear to you, message me. We'll put you in our support network for all UK. Like, it doesn't even matter what teams you are, who you are, what company you are. Like, if you don't have a support network, message me right now. Okay. Support network is crucial in trading, and traders need to stick together. Okay. Because it's hard enough with the charts. You don't want to go on your own against the charts. Your next thing, your last thing that you're going to work on today, guys, is what is your solid sense of self? Okay. Why are you waking up? Why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you trading? Why are you happy? Why are you sad? You need a solid sense of strength, okay? So you need to understand that. Now, someone's just asked me, what is a support network? Okay, cool. A support network is a group of people with the same goal going the same direction, okay? So it's a group of the same people going in the same direction. Now, the reason why we want support network is accountability. So if you know you're only supposed to have, like, you're only supposed to risk 1 to 2% in a trade, then it holds you to account. But if you're over leveraging and you're using 5, 10, 15, 20% on one trade, like some people use 50%, it's madness. If you're using this on a trade, then you need a support network, because then they're going to remind you what not to do. A support network is also there to kind of give you confidence and can give you a game plan for the day. Something that will really help, and I know Z's doing this straight after this call, is he's doing a game plan session straight after this call. So if you guys are on this call, then you can go into a game plan session straight after and just talk about what you're going to achieve today, because that support network is going to help. So I know, Z, you're dropping can you drop the link in the chat so everyone can get that? That's every single day after this call. It is to kind of game plan what's to come, okay? Now, if you work for the day, not for the year, you'll have much greater progress. And then, like, that's kind of basically my trading, guys, today, my mindset. Do you guys have any questions about what we went over, about how, how we can help each other grow and how we can actually become better traders? Because one thing I understand is if you fix your mindset in trading, you will get so much money. But if you don't fix that mindset problem, you will lose a lot of money. There's no middle ground. I don't know why. It's either you win loads or you lose, or even if you keep breaking even, you feel drained, right? So you want to make sure, guys, that you focus on these 5 questions today, because it is Monday. We do need to focus on kind of where the direction of the week is going. And when you have these things locked in, trading will become much easier for you, okay? When you have these things locked in, you will be much grateful. Like, you'll be more grateful for life. You'll be more happier and more at peace. So you're not seeking peace in the charts. You're seeking peace in yourself, okay? So that's the end of the training, guys. It is going to be on YouTube in the next half an hour, so you can share it with anyone. I know it's an awkward time for everyone, but it will be on YouTube. Make sure, guys, you send me any messages if you're a bit shy to ask right here. And guys, let's just become the best traders possible and have an amazing day. I would recommend staying, looking at USD, CAD and stuff like that, just understanding they are on a holiday right now. So be mindful of that. And then also, guys, just also make sure you understand that if you don't have a PIP target and a PIP goal each day, you're going to struggle, okay? So make sure you have that as well. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for jumping on the call. I will see you tomorrow, same time, and we'll go over a different sin. But other than that, have an amazing day.